If you're over 40 and you want to leave America, start here. Not with a country, not with a visa program, with 5 questions. Because I promise you, answer these 5 questions honestly, and the country starts to choose itself. I'm Quinn. Welcome back to the Everyday Expat. Since I posted my first 2 videos, I've been reading every comment. And what keeps coming up isn't which country is the cheapest, it's I just don't know where to start. I hear you. A year ago, that was me too. So today, I have 5 questions, a free AI prompt that helped me narrow down my own list, and some words for the people who have been showing up in my comments. This one is for you. So the first question is, what is your monthly income that would travel with you wherever you go? Not what you wish you earned, but what actually hits your bank account every single month right now. So think pension, remote work, social security, freelance, dividends, all of it. Add it up, write it down, because that number tells you which countries you can realistically qualify for and which ones you can't. Every country with a residency program has an income requirement. So that number that you wrote down, that number tells you where you stand. Question 2. What is your minimum acceptable lifestyle? And I mean minimum, not your dream life, your floor. Many of us start by dreaming about the villa in Tuscany or the flat in Paris. That's beautiful, but here's the thing, if you plan around the dream, you'll never leave, because the dream is always just out of your reach. So that's why we're going to think about your floor instead. What does a day look like for you to feel like you're okay? Not thrilled, just okay. Your own bedroom, a real kitchen to cook in, reliable internet for work, a place where you feel safe. Write those things down. Now, what does that cost per month? Because if a country can't meet your floor on your actual income, it doesn't matter how beautiful it is. Question 3. What are your non-negotiables? These are different from your floor because your floor is your physical comfort. Your non-negotiables are what your soul needs. Mine are safety, meaning not just reading it in a statistic, actually feeling it in my body, feeling that I'm safe. Healthcare access. My daughter has serious food allergies, so I need to know a doctor and a pharmacy are reachable. Being genuinely welcome, not just tolerated. Being a Black American woman, that matters. And I've researched countries that have established communities where people who look like me thrive. Also, a community for my daughter. She is 19, creative, and loves fashion, music, and books. So she doesn't need what I need. She's not looking for what I need. She has her own needs. So she needs young people, artists, a university town with real energy. So this is what I ask about every destination. Is there a university, a young international community, an arts scene? Because moving somewhere beautiful and remote, surrounded by retirees, might be good for me, but suffocating for her. Your non negotiables will be different. Write them all down. And listen, don't edit yourself. A non negotiable that you compromise on will lead to a miserable life that you'll regret. Question 4. What are you willing to give up? Listen, everyone who leaves gives up something. What are you willing to give up? Is it your proximity to family? Is it the familiar? Is it your comfortableness? Maybe it's routines you've had for decades. For me, I'm willing to give up proximity to extended family with the understanding that we visit and they visit us. I am not willing to give up my relationship with my daughter. What is on your list? Because the clearer you are about what you're willing to release, the lighter the move becomes. Question 5. What is your end game? This one changed everything in my research. There is a big difference between permanent residency, where you live abroad legally but remain an American citizen, a second passport, where you actually eventually become a citizen of another country, or Schengen access. You live in one European country, but you move freely through 26. These 3 goals lead to completely different countries. For me, I want all 3 eventually. But specifically, I researched Which country gives me Schengen access? Which has a citizenship timeline of 5 to 7 years, not 20? Which has a language requirement which I can realistically meet? Those questions narrowed my list fast. Write down your end game because it's the final piece of the map. Once I had the answers to all 5 questions, I took all of that and moved it into Claude. If you don't know already, Claude is a free AI tool similar to ChatGPT. I asked it to synthesize my specific situation: my income, my daughter, my non negotiables, my end game of France and the Schengen zone. And then I asked Claude to tell me which countries and which regions made the most sense for me. Not a generic list, my situation. And I want to give you the exact prompt I used to make it a little easier for you too. All you do is fill in the answers to the questions that we just covered, and you can paste it into Claude or ChatGPT, whichever one you feel most comfortable with. I like using Claude though. Here's how to get the link to the 5 questions that we just covered. The link is in my bio, but I'll also put it right here on the screen for you so that you can see it. And you're going to drop your email, and the prompts will come straight to your inbox. Free. Then you fill in the blanks. And then please come back and tell me which country it recommended for you, because I genuinely want to know. So this portion is for those of you who left comments for me. Before I close, I want to speak to some of you who have been showing up in my comments. To Lisa, who said, hello, yes, 57-year-old here. I want to say, Lisa, it's not too late. The countries that we cover on this channel don't care that you're 57. Many residency programs are designed specifically for people with stable pension or retirement income. You don't need to be young, you need a plan. And today we're starting to build that together. To Freddie J, who just turned 45, Freddie, 45 is the perfect time to make this move. You potentially have 20 or more productive years ahead of you. The people I've seen build the most beautiful second chapters abroad started exactly where you are. Stay with me. To Hassa, who is 48 and ready to learn how to move, Hassa, this channel is for you. Every Sunday, new research. The 5 questions we just covered, start there this week. To Spiritually Gifted, turning 53 next month, just trying to find the right country. You don't need to know the country yet, because you need to know yourself first. The country will follow the clarity. Use the prompt, see what it says. And to Charity, who loves France and said, merci beaucoup. France is where my heart is too, especially because that's where my daughter wants to be. My daughter is actively learning French right now. We're on the same path. Stay close, France content is coming. This is why I make these videos. For every person who watched alone and felt a little less alone afterward. So, if you're over 40 and you want to leave America, start with the 5 questions first. Figure out your income, know your floor, name your non negotiables, decide what you're willing to release, and get clear on your end game. Then grab the free Claude prompt at the link in my bio and let AI help you find your country. Don't forget to subscribe if this channel is speaking to you. And if someone in your life has been quietly wondering if there's another option, send them this video. That's how we find each other. Just determination.